Yes, we are live. We are live. We are live. Let's see who's there. Let's wait for some few people and see who's there. Anybody there? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody there? Come in and tell us you're there. Tell us if you can hear us. Anybody there? Let me see. Yes, we have two people there. Welcome, welcome.
Yay.
Hi, Tuya. Tuya is in
Yes.
yeah. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Today we have a guest. Thank you, Tuya. Tuya said, she says you are loud and clear.
Okay, that's
Kenneth.
good.
Yes.
That's good.
Kenneth
If she can
Kibet
hear
says,
both of us, that's really good.
yes. Kenneth is from Qatar. Welcome. How is Qatar? Tuya is from South Africa. Tuya is in South
Oh,
Africa.
nice.
Yeah. Zahir. Welcome, Zahir. How are you, my dear? Zahir is in Kenya, in Mombasa.
Oh.
Yeah.
And by the
I
way,
know
how
my
do you guys
people.
greet in Kenya again?
Habari yako. Habari yako.
Oh, habari
Like habari. Yes. You habari or jambo. You can say jambo. We usually
Okay.
use jambo for tourists. Oh, thank you, Nick. Nick in Kenya. Welcome. I know my people. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Today we have a special guest. She lives in Canada. She's also in Canada. She's also in Canada. She's going to be telling us more about herself. We are going to be doing a lot of good things together. We hope it will help some people. Subscribe to her channel. She's Dalitso Chiwalo. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Support her
Yes.
channel.
Remember to subscribe.
Yes.
Remember to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it so much.
Yes.
Like she said, my name is Darin Sojualo, and I am also in Canada. I am in Toronto, and I have a channel, Darin Sojualo. So you go check it out as well.
Yes, yes. Welcome, Johnston. Johnston is here. James is here. Welcome, guys. Guys, invite some more people. Invite some more people. We are 20, so we will make 20 people. Let's make it to 20. Anyway, today we are gonna be talking to Dalisto. She's going to be telling us her very interesting story of how she came to Canada, and she comes from. Did you tell us where you come from? Your home
Oh,
country.
I am
Yes, tell
originally
us.
from Malawi.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Malawi. So I'm now here in Canada. I've been here for like close to 2 years now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's going to be telling us more about how she came to Canada. But it is the same way I usually like to tell people, travel around to other countries and use those countries as stepping stones to your dream country. Because, some of us dream about going to US or to Canada or to Australia. But when you're in your home country, oh my God, who's calling me now? Oh my God, somebody's calling me now. Enough, you just come online. Don't call me. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
so, oh my gosh. So, sorry guys about the phone call. So it's the same way I usually like to tell people, because sometimes when you're in your home country, it's very hard to go to your dream country because maybe you don't have the funds, proof of funds, you don't have, to show your property, you don't have any of those things that they request you to have. So you can use other countries as stepping stones to your home, to your dream country. So Dalisto is an example of, someone who went, from one country to another. She's going to be telling us her story so that we can get inspired. Here we are about positivity. Let us inspire each other. Let us tell each other our stories. So because my story might help you and her story might help, it might help you, might help someone else. You never know, So yeah, Dalisto, welcome. Now share your story. Hi, Mariam, welcome. Okay,
So,
welcome. Yeah.
So, hi everybody. Just like Cynthia has said, sometimes I think mostly for us who comes from Africa, it becomes very hard just to start off from your country to come to these countries. It is very hard sometimes. So, I think the best way is to play it smart sometimes. If you know that your country, leaving your country, just coming here involves too much money, involves too much paperwork, involves too much things to show, and probably you don't have those kind of things. I think it's also best to use other channels, but with a mind knowing that from this destination, I'm going to that destination and it is not my final. I'll then move on and get into the other one. With my story, I did my education in Australia. That's my university. So for those that know or that have been to Australia or that have gotten themselves involved with the Australian immigration, you know that it is very expensive to start with. It involves a lot and it is hard at the same time. You can do everything they want, but they'll still say no. So for me, I went there for school. And when I finished my school, before I finished, we had started the visa applications for my husband. At that time, he wasn't yet my husband, but we were applying as if he's already, just because we knew that anyway we were going to get married. Because just after my school, I went back home to do the wedding thing, and then came back to Australia for a short while. So we started doing the visa applications and we did everything, but the first time they said no. They do tell you why they said no. They give all the reasons so that next time you're applying, you should fix those shortfalls. And we did the second application while keeping in mind that we are fixing these shortfalls. But then when we did the second one, they also brought out another list of things that they said no for. So now this second list was bigger and longer than the first one. And we just gave up then, because you know already that doing all those applications, you're spending money. So, so we just said, you know what, leave it. So after the wedding now, so I should say, after leaving it, now I traveled back home to do the wedding. Now, when I was still there after the wedding, it's when we did an application to the US, like, okay, we are going for honeymoon. So that was the easiest we thought about. But keeping in mind that we are going there and we are not going for honeymoon, obviously. We are finding a way into Canada, So that's how we did it. And we went to the embassy together. At that time, now we have the fresh marriage certificate and whatever we thought they might need. And me keeping in mind that I am coming from Australia, my visa from Australia is still intact. So for me, I am like the strong opponent now, because, they know that, okay, she has an Australian visa. I mean, what would she go to the US for? You know? So we went in, and it didn't even take long. That application was the easiest I've ever done. Within a few minutes, they just asked me, okay, what are you doing in Australia? I said, I'm a student. They saw my passport, they saw my visa, and before you know it, they gave us this tourist visiting visa thing, and we now have visas to go to US, you know. And definitely that was so easy because they saw how many years I've lived in Australia. They saw how many movements I've done in my passport. I've been going to Malawi back and forth pretty much every year. They saw all those things, and in their mind, they're thinking, she's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then I traveled back to Australia because I had to finish up and then wrap up my stuff, send them back home. And my husband, after a few months, started off from Malawi to the US. But then when he was entering US, there was a little bit of a problem. Okay, you did this visa that you're coming here for honeymoon. Where's your wife? I wasn't there, remember?
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it was really a big problem. They laid him off for a few hours, right? Asking so many questions.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
because it didn't make sense that he is there for honeymoon and he's alone. Where's me?
yes.
So he had to tell them that, okay, my wife is a student, and she had to travel back to Australia because she had to finish off a few. At that time, I was doing my internship. So I had a few hours left to finish them off so that I can be graduated. So he had to use that excuse to say she went back before me, and she went back just to finish off these hours, and she's coming next week. So they had to make, of course, they had to let him stay there for a while just to find out if it is true. And
Oh,
they found out, and it was indeed true. So this also just gives you, you just have to keep at the back of your head that whatever you say, you must make sure that you have a backup for it. And even if they don't ask, or if they want to ask other people who are probably officials, it must come out clean. So you need, when you're planning, you really need to be planning very well and planning it smart. Because,
mm,
for example, let's say if he said, okay, she's coming, she's finishing her internship and she's coming next week. And what if they called the school and they found out, no, she graduated 2 weeks ago? What would happen? Definitely they were going to send him back. But
yes.
when they made their findings, they really found out that I am finishing, and I will be done with my hours in a few days. And that gave them a clear thing that, okay, the guy is really saying the truth, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
So then he was allowed in after some questioning, but also as they were questioning him, they would question him and then let him go sit down. And when he sits down, we are texting. We are texting like to give each other heads up. And we were doing WhatsApp. Airports nowadays are filled with Wi-Fi.
Yes,
But
yes.
then I would remind him each and every conversation, delete it, delete it, delete it. You know, because and actually that was actually a good one, because after some time they asked him, "You've been on the phone. Who are you talking to?" Yeah, and he just said, "No, I was just listening to music, blah blah blah." And they took the phone, and they really didn't find anything. You know,
Oh, wow, it's that serious.
yeah, it gets serious over there. It does get serious. It's not for everybody, but sometimes, you know, you might meet someone who really wants to get to know everything, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but for him it was really serious. And after some time they let him in, and he sent me, said, "Guy, I'm in." You know. But then coming to me, when I was coming, I came there, everything was just like, "Oh, welcome. Oh, how is Australia? Oh, blah blah blah." They had nothing to do with me. And
Oh,
again, that probably happened because of where I was coming from. I
yes,
was
yes.
coming from an already established country, getting into another already established country. Like, they
Uh-huh.
don't have reasons to think, why would she come here and stay? You
Yes,
know?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and also, we did these things with my visa still having more than 6 months of validation. So if,
Oh,
say, my visa had only maybe a few weeks left, my Australian visa had a few weeks left, definitely that would raise some suspicions and all that, you
yes,
know.
yes.
So
Mm.
that again comes back to you to play it smart,
Oh,
you know.
yes.
So, like, when you're planning about all these things, I think plan ahead, think the unthinkable before it happens,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Always put what if, what if. Because if you have an answer to what if, then you will find yourself to having probably a clear path, that
Mm-hmm.
if they ask this, you have that to back you up. If they ask that, you have that to back you up. You know, I think for me, that is the best thing you can ever do for yourself. So now, both of us now coming to US, it was like, now the family is starting. Now we are growing, and then, okay, let's figure out US first, and then let's see if this is for us or not. And before long, we realized that no, it wasn't for us. So before you
Uh,
knew it, then we started finding our ways into Canada.
I have a question. Where in US were you living? Which state? Which state in US were you living in?
We were in Indiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were in Indiana. And I was coming from Perth, Australia, which was a big city and new and modern. And then Indiana was pretty much like rural in a way. So from the beginning, I never really liked it. I don't know. You know, everybody has preferences, right? Some
Yes,
people, they
yes,
don't mind. Some people, that's
yes,
what they are looking for. They want to come and they don't want to live in a city. They want to live in the country. Yeah,
yes,
that is their
yes.
preference. For me, that wasn't my preference. So from the beginning, I knew this was not my place. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And did you have any kids with you when you went there or no?
Yeah, my kids were born there. So when I was coming, I was pregnant. After the wedding, I realized that, yeah, after the wedding, I realized that I was pregnant. So when I was when I went back to Australia, I stayed, I think, another 2 months in Australia before coming to US. But even though I stayed 2 months, I was I think about 5 to 6 months pregnant, because when I went home, I for my wedding, I stayed longer. I was there long, and I think I was there for like more than about 4 months thereabout, because we had to sort out so many things, because we knew that once we both leave, we are living for quite a long time. So we had things to sort out on both ends. Yeah. So I was pregnant, and that's another thing I think one has to consider when you're entering into these countries. whether you think it is a good idea to show off that you're pregnant or not. For me, I thought it wasn't a good idea for me to show that I was pregnant. And at that time also, I was skinny. So my pregnancy couldn't really show. And when I was coming in, I had to plan what I was going to wear. I had to wear loose clothing so that if I put on tights, even if you're skinny, you can tell that this one is pregnant. Yeah, you can tell that this one is pregnant. So for me, I chose what I wanted to wear because I didn't want a mistake. This was the
Yeah.
only time we were going to live together as a family. And
Yes.
this was the only chance. So I didn't want any mistake. And I chose what I wanted to wear. Because some places, when they notice that you're pregnant, then they start suspecting that, okay, it's either you're coming in here because you want your child to claim citizenship here. Like, for example, Canada and US, once a child is born here, whether you're Malawian or what, both parents are Malawian, the child becomes a citizen of the United States, right? Or a citizen
Yes.
of Canada. And sometimes
Yes.
they become very strict with these things if they see you coming in with pregnancy. They know
Yes.
that it's either you want your child to become um,
A
a, a,
citizen.
a citizen of United States. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely they want you to take advantage of that. And so they can
Yes.
easily turn you back, you know? Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, I didn't want that kind of mistake. Obviously, I wanted my child to be a citizen, but that's not my main goal. My main goal was to come in, you know?
Yes.
My
Yes, I
main goal
know.
was to come in and stay and be with my husband. So that was
Yes.
what I was focusing on. But anything can stop you from that. For me, pregnancy could have stopped me from that. Where I
Yes.
knew that where I was coming from, it wasn't gonna stop me. I was coming from a clear background, you know, but that was gonna stop me because you have to also remember Australia doesn't do what US does. If you give birth to Australia, that child doesn't become Australian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
about Australia. Okay, it's like in
yeah,
Dubai. Okay.
yeah. That child doesn't become Australian. They become what you
Oh,
are, what the mother is. So in my case,
oh
my
my,
child would become Malawian,
oh my gosh.
you
Wow.
know? So definitely those people at the US border, they know that if I'm coming from Australia, my child will not claim citizenship in Australia, but my child can claim citizenship in US.
US. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So they could also use that to turn me back.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, you hear the kind of mistakes, guys, you need to avoid. These
Mm,
are good highlights. These are good tips. That is
yeah.
very good information because someone maybe is thinking about doing the same thing. You know, we
Yeah.
have learned we have learned a thing or two on those tips.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. And
yeah.
then now what happened after? Oh, how did life start? How did you guys start over now in the US? Now you're together.
Yeah. Now we are together, and so we started life. Um, Life while figuring out how to get out of here. So we are all new, and one is coming from Africa, one of course is coming from Australia, but still we are now having kids. Now we needed to start working, so we found ways of how to work, how people find ways how to work. You know, one thing when you come here, for some reason, God has His own ways of taking care of you. We are far away from home, but no matter what, you still find something that sustains you to the next day.
Mhm.
You know, so
Yes.
we also had to find ways of like working, and my husband was working. I wasn't really working because the kids were young. But now when the opportunity came to come to Canada, we found that opportunity. Mostly, a lot of people who were in the US moved to Canada when the Prime Minister openly said, "I am welcoming new people here." And
Yes.
so, and so we also had to find ways of coming in. So that's how we ended up getting here.
So what pathway did you guys use? How was your application? How did you guys maneuver coming into
So,
Canada? What pathway did you guys use?
so my
Because,
husband was
yeah,
working.
because you guys went for honeymoon, right? You guys were
You
in
know, I'm
honeymoon.
hearing you very, very low, right? So don't mind me when I'm doing like this.
Oh, okay. So what pathway did you use? How did you change your visa into coming into Canada? Tell us more about that.
Oh, to change the visa from the US to here.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we had to use the same what do you call it? Visitors visa, tourist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as a tourist, because when you come as a tourist, usually they don't really need you to do so much of these invitation from a Canadian person, blah blah blah, all those things. So you can easily now come and apply for a work permit, and then a work permit can end up leading you to PR. Yeah. So we had to use that channel.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you you still came with a visit visa to Canada
So
from the
there
US.
was so I should say, when we were in the US, my husband used to work for this company, and then he found out that the same company, they have a branch here. So when we did that application of a tourist, he knew that when he comes here, he can easily talk to his bosses to switch him to the one here after having a tourist visa. Yeah. So it ended up going well with us like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you came with a visit visa and turned it into a work visa. Is that
Yeah,
how it
tourist
works?
visa. Yeah, you when you do a short course or you've got an employer, it works better. It works better because now when you apply for this work permit, and then you have this employer and you start working, start paying taxes, you know, and then you easily apply for a PR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I get it. I now get it how it came. So when you came here, you landed yourself with a visit visa, but then you got a job offer and then turned it
Mm-hmm.
into a permanent resident, into a work visa
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
You, how long did it
Yeah.
take for you to get the PR after you landed in Canada?
Oh, those things that just don't come easily. They take time.
Yes.
They take time. And like I told you, I am just a year here, a year plus, getting to 2 years. So everything is a slow process, and with the COVID, you know how COVID ended up messing up everything. For a moment everything stopped, so all of us are still waiting, all of us are still, yeah, but you know that soon, now that they are working, and soon applications are still slowly coming out. Like, yeah, they're slowly coming out. So it will come through so soon.
Yeah, we are praying for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
praying
because
for
it
the
didn't
best.
even take too long before we came, and then COVID hit. It didn't take
Oh,
too long. Yeah. It took a few months.
oh,
So everything was put on hold for everybody that did applications. Everything, everybody, all applications on all angles stopped for a while.
oh, okay. We are praying for the best. It's going to come through. Yeah,
Definitely, it
we need,
will. It will.
yes. We are praying for you. Yeah, we are
Yeah.
praying for the best.
Yeah, the key to
Oh,
it is just to keep on going, to keep on doing what is required for you to do. If it is required for you to keep on paying the taxes, to keep on working, then keep on doing, you know?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And okay, why did you choose Toronto of all the provinces? Why did you choose? You know, you could have gone to other provinces. How did it come about?
I think I think from the beginning I loved Toronto. I love Toronto because Toronto is the center of all nations. Everybody that you can think of, black, white, Indian, you name it, everybody, you find them here in Toronto. In so doing, you find a lot of opportunities and a lot of things that represent where you're coming from, whether being it food or whatever it can be, you find it much more easier here, I think, because there's so many people and so much that happens here. I've been to Alberta though.
Oh,
Yeah.
so how is life there? How is rent? How is the minimum wage
Oh,
there? You know,
Toronto is quite expensive.
cost of living. How is the cost of living?
Cost of living in Toronto is quite expensive, let's be honest. Housing is quite expensive. Housing, ah, it's a lot. But for some reason, like I told you, I've been to Alberta before. And I feel like things, in Alberta, like food and other things are quite expensive than Toronto. Yeah. So
Oh,
Toronto will be expensive on rentals mostly I can say. But food, I think food is quite cheaper here than Alberta.
oh,
So cost of living here, I think, is quite expensive. But also, I think the pay is a bit higher. So I think it works both ways. When the pay is a bit higher, that definitely the cost of living becomes a little bit high as well. Yeah. So people do manage. People do manage. Mm.
approximately how much is a two-bedroom house or a three-bedroom house? Because I can see Azam is here and Azam is planning on coming to Canada. Azam is in Dubai. He keeps
Oh,
asking about, yeah. So approximately how much is the rent for a
okay.
two-bedroom or three-bedroom
I should
full
first of
house?
all say housing comes in different types here. There's a basement apartment, which is maybe you find it in suburbs that you find a house and the owners have a basement. I should just say maybe most of all the houses here have basements. So other people now, the basement is like the lower part of the house after the foundation of the house. So that then there's a basement, and then there's the first floor, the floor which is now the house, right? So the other people that live underneath, which is the basement. And they do create it so nicely. Most of them are created so nicely that you have your own bathroom there, your own kitchen, your own bedrooms, sitting room, but others don't create them nicely. So the ones that are created nicely can range maybe 1 to 2 bedrooms, which is basement, can range maybe from 1,400 to 1,000, maybe say 1,700. That's basement. But sometimes basement comes with those difficulties that you have to use the central, the one that operates the central air conditioning is the people who are living on the floor. So
Yes.
if they're feeling hot up on the floor, then they just turn on the cooling system, then you're freezing here, you know. And so maybe that creates conflict between the people who are living down and up, because you constantly have to tell them, please turn it off, please turn off the heater, turn off the cooler, or put the cooler on, put it down, like that. So those are just one of the things that people hate about basements. And also maybe you share things like washing machine with the people upstairs. And so sometimes you just want your privacy. You don't want people coming into your apartment to wash or something like that. But I am saying not all of them are like that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Others, you have your own washing machine down here. They have their own, or maybe you don't have. You have to go wash at the laundromat or thereabouts. Yeah. But when it comes to pricing, those are pretty much the ranges. If you find a cheaper one, it can be maybe 1,000, 1,200, but they might not be the best.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say a proper house or apartment that is maybe high rise, because there are lots of high rises here in Toronto. So a high rise can range maybe from 1,500 maybe to $2,000, depending on the amenities that are around the
Oh.
building. So amenities also
Mm-hmm.
matters, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe how old the building is. You know, other apartments are old, other apartments are new. So the older, maybe the less expensive it is. The newer, the much expensive it is. If you go towards the CBD, then definitely you're going to pay more, like 2,000, 2,200, and maybe that's just 2 bedrooms. And now if we go to 3 to 4 bedroom apartments, that can range from maybe 1,800 to 2,500. And
Yes.
again, it also depends on the location, the amenities. Sometimes you rent in a townhouse, which is a standalone, right? So
Yeah.
you pay maybe, yeah, about 2,500, 2,400, 2,300, thereabouts. But then what comes with standalones is that during winter you have the all those snow shovings. You have to shovel the floor, the snow. In summer, you have to make sure, if maybe the landlord doesn't come do it for you, that is, depending on the lease agreement, right?
Yes.
If
Yes.
the landlord doesn't do it for you. So if the landlord does it for you, better. If the landlord doesn't do it for you, then you have all that work on your head, you know? And then
Yes.
in the summer, you have to do the lawn. So if you're not a fan of these things, then apartments are better for you.
Yes. Yes.
But pretty
Let's read
much,
the. Yeah.
yeah, but pretty much those are the prices you can think of.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's read some
Yeah.
of the comments. Some of the comments people are saying. So, okay. Welcome, guys. Nice to be here on time. James in Dubai. Welcome, everybody. Johnston. I see Johnston. Mariham. Tawia Dahir. Joyce following from Dubai. Welcome, Joyce. Mwakazi, welcome, welcome. Nutrition therapy, welcome. So someone is asking, can I get approved for work permit and then submit the biometrics when I receive the passport request letter? Because they told me to send the documents via DHL to submit them to the embassy.
Is that an offshore application, or they are talking about already being here and submitting, or this is an offshore application?
I think they're outside. They're outside Canada.
Yeah, if it's an offshore, definitely everything. I think if it's offshore, everything is done in the embassy of where you are.
Yes.
So they will definitely, they tell you a list of the things that they want you to send them. And about the biomedics, they tell you where to do it. They tell you to come in, depending on the region where you are at and how they work it out. But everything offshore is submitted to the embassy near you in that region where you are. Is it?
Yes, that's true. That's how it goes. They will give you a list, Tariq, of everything that, there's that checklist that they will send to you. And then you go ticking everything. So everything is submitted to the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
If it's yeah, and they will tell you specifically where to go for the biometrics.
Yeah.
They will tell you this place is where we want you to go. If you're outside Canada, they will tell
Yeah.
you, yeah, yes, it is. Everything will be done. They will systematically lead you. That's why I said sometimes you just apply by yourself,
Yeah.
because it's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have a friend.
okay.
I have a friend. She is not in Canada, but she
Yeah.
has gone to US. And she went
Okay.
in there on a visitor's visa. This one is that one that someone invites you. And when once she got there, um, she decided to stay. And she has just been there for like a few months, maybe 3 months now. And she has decided to stay. But she was given a visitor's visa of 1 year. So with US, you have to stay for 6 months and get out and then come back in,
Yes.
eh?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't get out, that is it. You have pretty much like
Yeah.
messed it all up, eh? So
Yeah. Yeah.
she has decided to stay. But what she has done is she has she has a master's in nursing, something like that. And she went to a university and she applied for a scholarship. And for some reason, they have given her the scholarship for PhD, that is. So they
Mm-hmm.
have given her the scholarship. And now she is now in the process of changing her visa into a student visa. But she's doing it right there in the US. And she submitted, the school gave her some more paperwork for whatever she's supposed to take to the immigration. And she has submitted it all. And just last week, she told me she has received an email inviting her to go and do the biomedics at the immigration, yeah, where she is. So this is just again another way of moving smart, you know,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
another way of depending where you are, going to the question that the person, I've forgotten her name, she has asked you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is another way of where you are being invited to do all the biomedics and what, depending on how you've manipulated the system of this immigration thing, depending on where you are. Like for her, she has been told to go and do the biomedics, but right there in the US at the immigration. You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
how she has just switched her visa from a tourist to a student.
yeah, yeah,
On top of
wow.
that, getting her fees paid by the university. You see?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah, you have to be really, really, you have to think beyond the box.
Yeah.
Once you get
Do
that
your
visa,
homework. Do your
yes,
homework. Search these things. You know,
yes,
go
yes.
to websites or go to groups where people share such kind of information.
Mhm.
How they manipulated this, how they did that. You always find something that will end up adding up to your case and making it come out. You know?
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's true. Yeah,
Hmm.
guys, I encourage you guys to keep searching for more information. Keep
Yeah.
searching for
Sometimes
more
even on Google, you type things on Google, you end up discovering a certain page where people share their questions and another one answers and this and that, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, do such
Oh,
kind of homework.
that's true. That's true. Because you need to have a really open mind for you to figure
Mm,
things out. Because you have that visitor visa and you need to stay in that country. You have to figure out, well, I'm already here, I can go to school, or I can do a short course, or I can do this,
mm,
so that you end up getting your permanent residency later.
mm. And
You know?
one other thing that people, I think, is one of the things that holds people back is the fear of change. People are afraid to make a change. Don't be
Yes.
comfortable where you are. Find a
Yes.
way of changing this and that and that and that. Every like life is about taking risks. You know, we
Yes.
wake up every day, we go to work, we get into our cars or we get on the bus. You don't know if you reached your destination or not, but you're taking the risk of going with the faith that I'll reach there and I'll do what I have to do and come back. It's the same with these things. Take those risks. Don't be scared of change. You know,
Yes.
you're already here, but if you feel like, okay, this visa will not take me anywhere, take that risk. You know, do this and that as long as you feel like I am legally here. Take the risk of, okay, I am a tourist here. Okay, let me go to the university and look for a scholarship. Let me apply for a scholarship and see what will come out. The worst thing that can come out is no. But no doesn't mean that it is the end of your plans. You can always ask, okay, or you've said no, but what do you think is the proper way of doing things or of doing this? Those people, they will tell you, okay, the proper way you can do this, and then see their answer and see, okay, can this work out for me? If this university says no, there are so many universities around. Go to another one, you know, and
Yes.
apply for these things. Just do it like a mad person. You never know which way would ever come out with something positive for you. You know,
That
it's all about taking risks. That's life.
Yes, yes. That's
Mm,
very true, by the way. I cannot even insist on that. It's all
yeah,
about taking risk. It's all about coming out from your comfort zone, Don't be
exactly.
you have to get out from where you are. Start, that's why I was saying in another video, we talk a lot here. We talk and talk and talk a lot. But very
Mm,
few people will take the initiative to
yeah,
start doing the action. You know, we have, guys, we have to wake up and start doing action now. Not just
yeah.
listening, you know
Mm,
Yes, try and find out ABCD, what you can do, and then later practice. Get out. That is what we did. That is why we are here today, because
mm,
we we were not comfortable where we were, and we needed to change our lives. We needed
yeah.
to change that situation for our kids' sake, because
Mm,
most of these things that we do are for our kids, actually. We want to give
yeah.
the best. We want to give them better than we were given by our own parents. So
Exactly.
we are trying to figure out a certain way we can, give our kids the best education, give them the best life, more than we received from our own parents. So you have
Yeah.
to get out of your comfort zone and take action, right?
Yeah. You know, like most of us, we are here. Our children don't even go to private schools. We don't see the reason why our children should go to a private school. But the education and the materials they get, they cannot get it in a government school back home. The amount of education they're getting here and the materials are in those schools that you pay a fortune back home. You pay millions for, for our kids to receive such kind of education. But here they're just going to government schools and we are okay. And we don't even see it as a problem because they're getting the best, you know.
Yes.
But back home, taking your child to a public school, sometimes you even think twice because the better education we feel is in a private school, which costs a lot of money. And private schools back home are in two ways. It's just either a just private school and an expensive private school that is maybe offering American syllabus, British syllabus, but then those schools cost a lot of money. It needs you to be really loaded for you to take those kids to such kind of institutions, you know.
Mhm.
So sometimes it's not for us, it's really for our children. We never gotten that kind of education. We were going to just schools, you know.
Yeah,
Others were
yeah.
privileged, they went to better schools, but some of us we didn't. But we are here because we just want our children to go to proper schools. They are government schools, but they offer a lot.
Yes, that's true. That's
Mm.
true. So, what would you advise people? Some people are coming from back home and then they say they don't want to start from the scratch because when you come here, we usually start from the scratch. Maybe you
Yeah.
are a big CEO. You expect to come here and run a corporation, or maybe you're a doctor and you expect to come here and start treating patients. What advice would you give to people back home about starting from the scratch?
The overall and the most honest advice I can tell you is humble yourself. Just be humble. It's not, it will not be the same way like how you left back home. You were working in an office, you were the boss, you had it all. You're going to come here, and my friend, you're going to sweep the floor. And be humble because be humble because my friend, this is how it is like. You don't expect to come here and just start from up here. You start from the bottom, you know. Everything starts from the bottom, including the foundation of the house starts from the bottom. You build it right there in the bottom, you know, and then you grow it, you grow it, you grow it until you reach where you want to be. It will not be like home, you know. But even you're sweeping, you'll be surprised that here you can be wiping bums, you can be sweeping, and you're getting more money than someone who is sitting in an office here. You know, it happens. It
Yes.
really happens. So even though you're starting from the bottom, expect it that I will start from the bottom. I will start from zero. Expect it. Don't come with higher expectations from there. I'll go into run from one office to another because you also have to know those certificates you're carrying from back home don't mean nothing here. Even if you went to the University of Kenya, I don't know what kind of universities you guys have, but even if
Jomo
you go,
Kenyatta
if you went
University.
there, come here, you realize that that certificate doesn't mean nothing. Because for you to make that certificate grow, you have to go back in class and they will tell you you have to finish this amount of subjects or units for you to be given some kind of consideration that you're given like the a value of a Canadian certificate, you know? So you realize that it's either you go back into the class and get some prerequisites done before you get that kind of value. So if you're going back into class, you cannot just stay and go to school without working. You need to work to feed yourself, to have a roof over your head, which takes you into sweeping, cleaning bags, doing what you thought you can never do.
Yes.
So the bottom line is be humble.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true. Let me read some
yeah.
comments. Let me read some comments. We read that one. So someone is asking about, please your help, which agency contact here in Dubai? James is asking. So let me answer that about the agencies to bring people in Canada. Guys, I told you, you have to do your due diligence. There are so many agencies that are bringing people to Canada in Dubai, but you have to fish around, find the best one. I cannot pinpoint one particular agency because they offer different services, right? They offer different services, different charges. The duration also is different, it varies. So it's up to you to do your due diligence and find out, is it a registered agency? Are they approved, government approved agency, you know? But mostly I try to tell people you can do it by yourself. You don't need an agency because the system here works. It works. There's no like knowing someone to help you or something, you know, bribing. No, the system here works as it should. So you don't have to be afraid to do it by yourself. No, you know. So what can you say about people who talk about agencies? Because did you apply it yourself or did you use an agency to come here?
No, in fact, I don't know any agent. I don't know any agent. And for this agency thing, I don't, for me, most of the things I do them by myself. I hardly use these people. So I don't even know any agent because the information is out there. And the agent will do exactly what you could have done because he uses the same information. That's what the agent does. He uses the same
Mm-hmm.
information that he finds online. For him, also,
Mm-hmm.
it's try and error, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's doing business. He will talk like he knows it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tell them how
yeah.
the application goes, you know. Tell them a bit of how you applied by yourself so that, you know, some people, I tell them that they think maybe I'm not, you know. Tell them because you did it yourself. Tell them a bit of how
Mm,
it went because you did not use an agency. You applied online by yourself. You know, tell
yeah,
us a bit about, for them to believe, you know, hearing from the horse's mouth. Because for us, we use an agency. That's why you see them asking more about an agency. For
yeah.
us, we did not apply for ourselves. We used an agency.
Mm.
So for you, you used the website itself. So tell us a bit about that.
I didn't hear you well.
I said for me, I used an agency. That's
You
why
used
you
an
see them.
agent.
Yes,
Okay.
for us to be in Canada, we use an agency. But for you to be in Canada, you applied online by yourself. So tell us more about it so that they can understand more about it.
Oh, to apply yourself, usually you just go to the websites of the immigration, and you know, over there on the website, usually there's that search, what can I say, place or whatever you want me
Yeah,
to say. You know, everything you
IRCC,
want.
the IRCC website,
Yeah,
immigration web, Canadian official website, IRCC website.
yeah. Everywhere, whatever you want to know about, whatever you type there, There'll be so much that will come out, and click one after another to read, and you will definitely find something that this is me, you know. And those people, they put as much information as they can. So, and also another thing I should say, before you maybe think of agencies or whatsoever, sometimes ask someone who has done something like that before, and not only one, ask so many, because not everybody is comfortable to share information. Other people, they lie. Other people, they hide. Other people, they will be sketchy. They'll be like this, like you can't even understand anything that they are trying to say, but you just know from the back of your head that this one doesn't want to share, you know. So approach as many people as you can and differentiate this information. You'll be able to know that this one doesn't want to say, this one is sketchy, but then the information will start matching up, and then you meet someone who will just open it all. But then, even though you are hearing from those people, like we said, search as much as you can. Even the most better place is to go to the website itself, because the website is whatever you find there is written by those people from the immigration, and they will tell you as much as they can write, you know. And also, it also depends on which region you are at. Most of the times, it even, like I know for US, it even says type where you are applying from, and depending on where you are applying from, you put the city, it will give you information that they need from that region, you know. It will give you the things that they want you to do from that. But most of the times, it is all the same. Really it doesn't really change much. But say you're applying from Africa and another one is applying from Australia, definitely the needs of these people will be different. One will be given a long list, another one will be given just a short list, because of the region where they are at. You know, for you, they want you to prove about anything, money. They want you to prove about what you have, the assets and stuff like that. They will not do the same to someone who is like a Canadian, I mean, an Australian or a British citizen. They will not do the same. You know,
Even
they
in
have their
Dubai,
own
even in Dubai.
type of things they want. Yeah. So go there and check. If it says put where you'll be applying from, be honest, put Kenya, Nairobi, you know. It will give you a list depending on your region. So go there, and sometimes most of these immigration websites, they have question and, what do they call it, question and answer site,
Yeah, the
where
questionnaire,
people go and ask a question, and people put in their inputs.
yeah,
Yeah, use those tools,
yeah,
because you get all the questions. You can even put on in your own question, and people will come and help you from there.
yeah. And also another thing, join these forums. There are some groups on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on
Mm,
on LinkedIn. Usually there is a group of potential people who are coming from Africa trying to apply to go to Canada. They share all kinds of information there,
mm,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, join those forums, because you will hear something from this person, and something that matches with something else that you have heard from another person. Those
mm,
groups are usually very important. I remember I had joined those groups because today you hear someone says, oh, they granted me my visa. That way you give each other hope, and you share information. I'm on stage, I'm on this stage now, I'm here now, join those
yeah,
groups. They are very, very important. They are very
yeah,
important. Yeah.
yeah.
Let me check another question. So If I come with a job offer of housekeeping, who will cater my house rent? So someone is asking if they come with a job offer for housekeeping, who is going to cater for their rent? For
Usually
where they
those
are
things
staying. You know,
they do tell you. It's either you come on a sponsored employment or not. So if it's a sponsored, then definitely you would have already agreed with the employer. If it's not sponsored, you have to do it. Definitely.
yeah, usually when you're applying on indeed.ca or wherever you're applying on LinkedIn, it will say they are sponsored or live in or live out. So already by the time you're getting the job offer, they have explained where you are going to be living,
Yeah.
right? So everything is already laid out for you. They will have explained if you live in or you live out. Mostly if you live out, it means you have to cater for rent yourself. But most jobs will give you live in. Let me see.
Yeah.
So someone is asking how you can know the agency is registered. Usually when you go to us, they will give you all their certificates. They are usually on the wall. And then you will go to the website, the government website, and type the agencies to see the legit agencies. You just check online or with the government office, wherever you are. You go there to the licensed agents, you'll get the information about that agency. Is it registered? How long have they done that? You know, how many people have gone? You check on their reviews. You know, there is so much with agents. That's why I will say, it is up to you to do your due diligence, because I'm not an immigration consultant. Also, Dalitso is not an immigration
Yeah.
consultant.
Yeah.
So we cannot take responsibility of anything that happens after, because your luck is not my luck, right? You know, so it's we all have to play a part in this. I cannot advise you because I'm not sponsored by any agency to tell, you know, to promote their job, you know.
Mm.
So you have to do some homework. You have to
Yeah.
do some homework, find out which agencies are. We have very many nice agencies in Dubai. I've heard of them, but I cannot say them because I'm not sponsored by those agencies to promote their job.
Mm.
And yeah, if you can do it online by yourself, because I keep saying here the website, or you can do it by yourself because the system, it works correctly. You don't need an agency, but if you want to have an agency, it's okay. It depends on your preference, because if you cannot fill it by yourself, then use an agency. But if you can fill it by yourself, the better, the cheaper, you know, because the system here works. There's no corruption, there's no nothing. Everything works as it is written on the website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. So Johnston is saying, point taken, being humble is the key to survive.
Yeah. That's so true.
So yeah, I don't see any more questions that are there. So yeah, so guys, we shall be doing some more stuff with Dalitso. At least we shall be doing Monday to Friday. We shall be doing stuff. So watch out for our lives. They'll be coming. Make sure to subscribe to her channel. If you have any question, ask her any question that you have. Subscribe to her channel, like, comment. Also to
Yes.
my channel, if you haven't subscribed, please like, comment, and share this video. Share,
Yeah.
and guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that it's recommended to many people, and we may help other brothers and sisters around the world, right? Because we are
Yeah.
here to help each other. Because Dalitso, in our days, when people would come back from abroad, they will you try and ask them, oh, how did you go to Canada? I asked Dalitso, how did you go to Canada? And then you see someone speaking very vaguely, oh, I just applied, I just went, I just found my
They
husband,
don't
I just found.
say.
Yeah, they're not telling you. They're just
Yeah.
saying, I just went, I just. So you're left there confused. You're wondering,
Yeah,
okay,
that's true.
they're,
That's
they're
true.
saying, I just went, I just applied, and then I just found my husband. You're not understanding what they are saying. You can tell that
Exactly.
they are not willing to share the information. But we
Yeah.
are here to share information, to share about
Mm.
life here. We shall be talking more about life in Canada because
Mm.
there are many challenges that people don't talk about. We shall be
Mm.
talking about a lot of our experiences here as families, how life is, what to expect, and people
Mm.
who are already here doing long distance relationships, stuff like that. A lot of stuff is
Yeah.
coming up we shall be doing to educate our people, where us, we were not educated, we were just trying to figure things out by ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So let us share these videos, encourage more people to keep subscribing,
Mm.
keep sharing the videos that we put out. We
Mm.
rise by lifting other people. When you're helping someone else, your cousin out there, your brother out there, even your blessings are also coming as well. We rise
Yeah,
by lifting
that's true.
other people. Yeah, when you join together, you help someone else. That's the same way. That's why I'm saying you need to go to Chiwalo and support her channel. Ask
Mm.
any questions about the processes, how she used the process. Ask her because she has literally done it. She has done it. So go there and ask all the questions that you need. She'll be ready to answer you. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
Definitely
So
they will
thank
come.
They will come. They will come. My people are the wonderful, the best people in the world. My group is wonderful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so true.
yeah, they are wonderful people. I love my people. They are wonderful.
Yeah.
So, so I think there is no more question. I don't see one word of your agency. Please, please, Joyce. You keep insisting with the agency thing. I have explained about the agency. I cannot say a particular agency because, you know, I'm not sponsored. I cannot sponsor an agency, and in case of anything, you are going to come to me. I cannot be liable. We all need to do our homework, just as we did. We also used an agency, but we had to do our homework. You find out here, there until you get the right person, right? So it's up to you to play a part. I play a part in bringing the few
Mm.
information I know. Dalitso brings her information, what she knows. We grow together, right? We grow
Yeah.
together. Yeah, Tauya has already subscribed. Thank you, Tauya. Thank you.
Thank
Tauya has already
you. Thank you
subscribed.
so much.
Yeah. Guys, make sure after we are done, go and subscribe, ask all questions. She did it using applying online, so she can tell you. Yeah. Anafi is saying send the link in the comment section. Of course, 100%. I will leave her link down on the comment section so that you guys can go straight to her site, to her YouTube channel. But her channel name is the name there, Dalitso Chiwalo.
Chihuahua.
That's her. Yeah, just the name, you just type it so that it may come up in search. Type it there, Dalitso Chiwalo. Just Type
Yeah,
that.
that's the name. That's the name on the screen that's popping out. That's the same name I use on my channel.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
exact name. So yeah, I don't know if we are meeting tomorrow. We can do something, or we shall talk. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
will talk.
expect yes,
If it's not tomorrow, tomorrow is Sunday. If it's not tomorrow, we can always do
Monday.
on Monday.
Monday. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because now
So
I can hear them upstairs. All of them are all of.
okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
God bless you. Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
as
for
well. And
sharing.
thanks to everybody that came and asked questions. We are grateful. Keep on doing that. Invite more people so that they come to our channels, and yeah, let's share. Let's share what we have, eh?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Princess is saying good content referred by Jack. Oh, thank you, Jack. So someone is saying I got you loud and clear. Okay. So do you have 500 subscriber, please? Plus, yes. They're asking how many subscribers you have. Around 500, right?
I'm in the
They're asking.
500. Guys, take me to 1K.
Yes. Yes, Anafi is asking just to be sure that's the right channel. He's asking
Yeah.
because he wants to make sure it's so she's at around how many subscribers do you have so that they know it's the right channel.
Yeah,
Around how many?
I'm in the 500s, like five 530
Yeah,
something. Yeah, it's a new
okay.
channel, so go subscribe.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. So just type the name there, but I'll leave the link down the comment section. You guys can go straight to her channel, subscribe, like, and comment, right? Yeah, and also share our video. Make sure you like this
Yeah.
live. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and see you guys tomorrow. We shall be having another live as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and God bless you guys. I'm praying for
Thank
you. I know the
you.
borders. Yeah, thank you. Borders are open now. Keep applying. Apply. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Get out of your comfort zone and start doing something for yourself. Change your life. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. See you. See you
Thank
guys.
you. Bye-bye.
Welcome. Bye. So see you guys.
Oh, I haven't left